piece because of this bunch of teachers teaching the same.
Yeah.
So, and I'm following Lisa, and she uses percentage, and I'm completely lost in how to set up the whole percentage.
And I'll show you. And to me, I like the point system better because you don't have to worry about setting up the categories with the weighted totals and everything like that. But, you know, most universities, they use no points. But, I mean, weighted is not bad either, but you have to set up your categories. Yeah, and I'll show you that in the grade book. So let me log in to my Blackboard account.
Okay. Things that I don't know what I'm doing there. So, and Katie sent an email like with everything. My grade setting is not correct. The points is okay. It's good to go. Because that's how I used to do before.
Yeah.
And I never had any.
And the points is simple. You know, all you do is you know, the points they add up. You know. 1,600 points, or 1,000 points.
They just add, like you said, they add up.
With your different assignments. All right, here we go. And we're going into. I think your first school is Bio 111 WC. Is it Bio 111?
Yeah, Bio 111. Let's take a look at the
Which one?
W01.
Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so let's open that up. All right, do they have a class? I don't think they have a class in here. Let's see. Hold on for 1 second. Hey, how you doing? Do y'all have a class? I just want to make sure. Do you need help or anything now? Okay, all right. Okay. All right. So we're in Bio 111 W01, and first I'm gonna go to your syllabus, and we're gonna take a look at your syllabus here. And also, I know you say you took you was out last semester.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I think we did have Ally rolled out. So have you been checking out your Ally score as far as an Ally?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Some of them. I mean,
Has Dr. Lovin did she tell you about Ally? Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Just want to make sure.
And I remember Kate did a review on all of
Okay.
our courses, and she pointed to me. Sometimes I can't get my PowerPoints to show green beautiful, but I don't know. I do everything that Sense
Now,
says to do, but
are most of your PowerPoints content publisher driven, like from the publisher? Publisher content?
For the Bio 111, yes. For
Okay.
the Bio 110, they are my PowerPoints. And
All right.
usually both of them sometimes show problems.
Okay, and majority of the time when you have PowerPoint presentations, when you upload into the LMS, which is Blackboard, and we're using Ally, far as to it automatically tells you what your problem is to be more accessible. Green is good, go green, and if it's orange or red, that means it's bad. So, and also, if you know about Ally, if you click on the indicator here, however, it says accessibility score high, which is good. It still says click to improve. You can improve even more, but green is good. So if I click that indicator, it's going to tell me accessibility score for Bio 111, Amanda Rodriguez. You're at 95%. So 5 more percent, you'd be like perfect. So this is the reason why you're at 95%, which is good. It's green. And it says the headings in this document do not begin at level 1. So what does that mean? So it should give us some information as far as what that means. Right now it says guidance is coming soon. That means Ally's working on giving that information pretty soon. So you keep checking back with that, and they'll let you know what your problem is and how to resolve it. Yeah, so that's Ally. Yeah, so I'm just going to click no preview. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Just click out of that. All right, so let's see here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on your syllabus to check out, far as your grading scheme. And I looked at your courses earlier today, and I see far as how we can switch from your total or point scheme to your weighted or percentage scheme, grading scheme. So I can show you that. All right, so let's enable this. Okay, so let's scroll down on your syllabus. And what I'm looking for is, as far as your grading criteria, right here, point system. So right here, let's go back up here. All right, right here, total possible points for this class, 100%, meaning that symbolizes weighted. Okay, all right, and here's your criteria or your categories right here. 40% exams, 10% homework assignments, 50%. Then you got dynamic study modules, so on and so on. All that totals to 100%. And right here, you have the point system. This course will be graded on the 10% scale. And there's your percentages, grading percentages right there. All right. And 90%. Okay. Now, when you say point system, are you still talking about weighted? That's still,
yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Because sometimes you get confused, like, I see points. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Percentage.
Yeah. All right. So now what I'm going to do, let me stop it there. And actually, let's minimize it. And now I'm going to your grade center. So I'm going to step into your grade center, click on full grade center. Now in your grade book. All right, so one of the first thing I'll look at as far as your grade center, and you're using weighted now. I notice your weighted is enabled, which is great.
I just changed that.
Yeah. Okay. All right, that's great. And your total, it should be hidden. So I'm going to click on the drop down arrow to verify that. And right here you say you hide from yourself. And this is how you can fully tell if your total grade book column is hidden from your students. Let's see if I access my grade. Nope, I have to switch my role. So let me go back. I have to switch to, I'm on the admin role, so I'm going to have to switch to instructor role. So I'm going to go quick enroll. Okay, change my role. Now I'm on the instructor role. So I'm going to go and click on my grades. So click on the my grades content module, and that should, it still don't show me. All right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to switch my role. I'm going to go to student view.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to student view right here. Click on the eyeball, student view, and it's going to enable student view. All right, now I'm in student mode, so I'm going to go back, click on the My Grades content module. And this is what your students will be seeing in your class. So I'm looking for that word total. So I don't see it, so it is hidden. So I don't see the total column here. So your total column is hidden. Great. So your students will not see that because we have seen in the past where instructors have in their syllabus weighted grading scheme, but when we go into the gradebook center, they have weighted and total viewable for the student. So the student is seeing points and percentage, and they get confused. Like, hey, Mr. Johnson, I see that I'm looking at the syllabus, and it said you'll be grading the students in a percentage grading scheme, but when I go to my grade book, it's showing weighted and points. Which one is it? So that causes a big conflict with students. They can be different. Yep, they can be different. So whatever rule of thumb, and you know this, whatever is stated on your syllabus, it has to match in your gradebook center. So yeah, so basically, great job on that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go out of that student mode, exit preview, and continue. Now I should be back in my instructor view, and I am. So I'm going to go back to the grade center, full grade center. All right, so now what I want to do, let's see something here. All right, so now I want to step into your, let's go, if you click on the drop down arrow in the weighted total column, all right, and I want,
should I be following you?
Yeah, you can follow me, yes ma'am.
Okay.
So click on the drop down arrow on the weighted total column, and then you're going to select the edit column information. So let me know when you get there. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Edit column information. And once you click on that, it's going to you're going to step into your edit weighted column section. All right, and I'm going to scroll down. I'll see we have column name, weighted total. And on the primary display, we're using percentage, great. And secondary, none, that's fine. And we're going to keep scrolling. And right here, I see you have a column, research project.
Yeah, I started messing up with that.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay,
All
I
right.
need help.
Okay, so far as your column, I know what you did. You actually pulled from this area here.
Yeah.
On the column to select, you're actually going to pull from the category. Your category is what you use with weighted to calculate your grades into sections. Like, for instance, you have a discussion board post. If you have discussion board assignments, you're going to select in your category discussions. If you have any tests you generate or create, you're going to put that in the test category. You have assignments. You're going to put it in you're going to link it with the assignment category. So everything is linked or synced in the category as far as weighted in your weighted total. So for instance, I'm going to go ahead and delete this column for research paper. So I'm going to just
That's where I'm getting like very confused.
okay, all right.
Because, for example, I have several things that are on assignment category, but they have different percentages.
Yeah.
For example, I have research projects, which is 10% of the grade.
Okay.
Then I have homework assignments, which is also a type of assignment.
Yeah.
Which is like 15% of the grade. So how do I actually 10% of the grade? How do I have two different types of exams.
Okay.
The regulars and the final. How do I differentiate them and put the different categories?
I'm gonna show you. It's easier than you think it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna pull up a course to let you see a course first and see how that's set in the grade book, and then we can go from there. So let me show you.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do?
I'm sorry. I'm so confused.
Nah, you're fine. That's what we're here for, to coach and train. So I'm gonna go back to
And
Blackboard.
I think that's why I always use points, because of that.
It's easier. Yeah, it is. It is. All right. So I'm gonna find a course for you. So let's see. Let's go. Actually, let's go in. Let's find one of your peers' courses here.
That's good.
Lisa Drama.
Yeah, let's get Lisa.
Yeah, let's get Lisa here. Let's see here. Let's select. We'll do this one. All right, and open. All right, so let's go to Lisa's grade book center. And she is using weighted. And I'm going to click the drop down arrow for weighted total, and I'm going to go to edit column information. And we're going to scroll down. She has weighted total, percentage, primary, none for secondary. I'm going to keep scrolling. Now look, here's Lisa's columns. And she went into the categories section because we're going to put them in categories. All right, so Lisa has exams, 40%,
Okay.
quizzes, lab quizzes, 15%. And you notice under the exams category, she has weighted columns equally. She wanted to be equal as far as weighted columns. And then you also, and as far as drop grades, she has that selected. And she's has that she's going to drop 1 point for the one lowest grade. That's how she has her set up. And then as far as lab quizzes, 15%, drop grades. She's going to drop 2 lowest grades.
One question.
Yes.
Where did she came up with that lab quiz category if it's not here, categories to select? You can create-
She created. I'm going to show you that in a minute.
Ah,
So I'm going to show you.
there
Yeah, you can create them. These are the default. These are the default categories.
That's because I didn't know you could
Assignment,
create.
survey, test, discussion,
So perfect.
blog,
Yeah,
journal,
if you
and
can
SIP.
create, it solves everything.
Yeah, and most instructors use these categories. Like, for instance, they use assignment, they use test, they use discussion.
Okay.
Some have blogs, if English instructor, journals,
Uh-huh.
and
There you
then
go.
surveys. So yeah, these are the default
Perfect.
categories. All right, and you can customize your categories as well as far as creating new categories.
Okay.
All right, so let's keep scrolling. So right now we're at 55%. Then we have Research project, part 1, 2%, so that's 57%. All right, then we have research project, part 2, 3 points, that's 60%. We have she breaks her down in detail. So if you keep scrolling, all of these are going to add up to 100%. That's the total weighted score, 100%. That's what we want. All right. So if I keep scrolling, and for weighted total, you want your running total to calculate. So click yes. I know on total, I think you select no because they're not going to run. I think they're just going to add. They're going to add up. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. Do they have class or something? I don't know. All right. Let's see here. All right, so I'm going to cancel out of that. Now what I want to show you, when I'm talking about the categories. This is where you can go in and create new categories.
That's where.
Yep. So if you go to manage, hover over manage.
Okay, so I can get out of the weighted.
Yeah, just cancel out of that. Hit cancel, and go back to your full grade center.
Okay.
And then hover over the manage button. Now you're going to scroll down and select categories. And if you read, it says a category is basically a grade center category is a classification of grade center columns. Categories are used to organize and view grade center data and can be used when creating calculated columns to perform operations on all grade columns in the category. The grade center has 9 default categories: assignment, blog, discussion, journal, safe assignment, self and peer, survey, and test that cannot be removed. So those, the ones I showed, those are the 9 default categories. All right. So if I scroll down, you see where it says create a category. You can create one. If I hit create category, it's going to prompt me to create one. I can give it a name, a description, hit submit, and it will add that in this section here. It'll create a new category. And that's what Ms. Drawn did right here, dynamic study module. That's a new category she created.
Let me try dynamic, because I'm following actually her slides.
Okay.
So it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Okay. I put the name.
Okay.
And that's it. Do I need to put a description?
Hold on. Let me check right quick. Let me
Oh, she does put a
let me click this drop down arrow. I can tell you. Nope.
Oh,
No description. Yep.
Okay.
No description.
So just hit submit it.
Yep. Just hit submit.
Oh, my goodness, thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. Let's see.
It's been a little bit crazy this beginning because it's
And I'm gonna go back to your
having to
course.
follow somebody else's.
Yeah.
You don't think the same way as the person.
Exactly.
It's hard to. I mean, it's totally necessary. I completely understand that we need to be everybody on the same page.
Yeah.
It's been very important for the students, but it's hard to get to the same page that the person. The
Yeah,
other person
and
is.
there's no, and we're not alike. You know, you have a different pedagogical style you teach. The
Yeah,
way we think is
yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
different. So
It's good for us.
It's
to
good as-
see
it's-
the situation, and you can always
Yeah.
think of your students, of
Yeah.
what they go through, because
Yeah.
you are one teacher teaching a bunch of different students.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. Okay.
So you added which category do you? Oh, I see it now. Dynamic study
Dynamic
module.
study
Awesome.
module.
So if I click the drop down arrow here and go to edit, let's see. Yep. Oh, that's all good. Okay. So now, if I click OK, let me go back to Lisa's zone right quick. And all right, so Lisa has all her dynamic study modules, you know, chapter 2, chapter 3, so on and so on. And then let's go back up, for assignment, she has photo, upload, portal, you know, those are all her assignments. Exam, she has one exam 1, that's housed in the exams category. Homework, lab quizzes, so on and so on. So now if I click OK, the next thing I want to do, I want to go to the column organization. So if you go back to manage and scroll down to column organization, and I'm still in Lisa's course, and these are all of Lisa's columns in the grade center. Weighted total, you know, those are there. And if you look beside, like for instance, enrollment verification quiz and the upload portal student acknowledgement form is not in the category because that's something Jolt pushes into the Blackboard course shell, and they're standalone. They're not going to be in the They're not going to be in those one of those 9 default categories per se. They're on an island by themselves. So if you look beside enrollment verification quiz, category, no category. All right. So if I come down to introduction to mastering biology, it's in the homework category. And if I look into the chapter 2, the chemical context of life dynamic study module, it's in the dynamic study module category folder. All right. So basically, you categorize all of your different types of assignments, discussion board. They're all going to be housed in their own group.
Okay, a question then. I can see that she's putting all of her assignments worth like 100.
Yep, possible points. The most you can get is 100 points.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So that's the practice. You always should do like 100
Yeah.
for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then the system is going to weigh.
Yep, it's going to weigh.
All the percentages.
Yep.
Okay. Another question is because we are using Pearson for this course for Bio 111.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see, like, I already gave some homeworks. I believe that whenever they are going to be the due date, they're going to show up in my grade center because they're not showing out there.
Pearson, are you using, let me see what you're using here. Let me scroll down right
Because I
quick.
can see that Liz, she already created her whole
Yep.
semester.
Whole semester.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. It's like right here, chapter 23 homework. She only has that as 5 points. I guess that's, I don't know, maybe some extra credit or something. I don't know. But, and then also right here, she has chapter 14, 94 points, possible point. So I don't know what that is. But yeah. So if I go and cancel out of that, let me show you one more thing. All right, if I go back to manage column organization,
Okay.
like for instance, let's do right here, chapter 2, the chemical context of life dynamic study module. Right now, it's in the dynamic study module criteria or category. If I select that, which I had already done, I'm going to scroll down to change category 2. So on the fly, if you accidentally put something in the wrong category, you can always change it. Go to manage, column organization, find the assignment or the content, select it, and then click on change category 2 or hover over change category 2, select the category you want to place it in. So you can move, if you made a mistake and put something out of its place that it needs to be, you can always move it around. Yeah.
Sounds good. I used to go like in the grade center, the drop down, and change like.
Yeah.
But yeah, that way is perfect because you can change everything at once.
Yeah. So.
Can you do multiple selections and change all of them?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Okay.
I can do it. Let me see. Let's confirm that.
Several of them, like all the homeworks, for example. All the
Yeah.
dynamics.
All right. Like let's see. Let's check.
Oh, yeah, you can do.
Yep.
multiples.
Yep. You
There
can.
you go.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right. Let's click out that and let's cancel out of that.
Actually, this way is much easier because you can select what you want to draw.
You have more control. Yeah. So
Once
let's see.
you know what you do,
Yeah.
the weighted is better. I see now.
But yeah, that's the gist of it. And also you have your peers also, like Lisa and Dr. Lovin, and we're here also, as far as you getting everything set up. But that's basically what it is. Get the foundation down first. As far as the main thing is going into column organization. I'm sorry, I told you wrong. Going to the weighted total column, I'm sorry, and click on that drop down arrow and go to edit column information, then this is where you go into, well, this is Lisa, this is where you go into pull your category like assignment, boom. I'll tell you what, let me go to yours.
Looks like she created everything.
Let's go back to yours. And let me show you one more thing. Like, for instance, with Lisa's, she has, if I want of her assignments, this one, chapter 3. All right, if I click the drop down arrow and go to edit column information for the chapter 3 water and life dynamic study, if I scroll down, possible points, this is where you can put your possible points in. She has at 100, so that's the most points you can get for that one assignment is 100 points. So that's how you do that, and make sure your primary displays on percentage. If I scroll down, that's the due date of it.
Okay, so actually one question. Okay, so this is on Blackboard, and this dynamic study modules, they are coming from Pearson.
Okay, is that the case? It's coming from Pearson?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, they have this assignment type. And for example, how do I connect the two of them? Should I create a category, a table, a column on my grade center, or whenever that assignment is due on Pearson is going to load straight to Blackboard? Because that's how McGraw-Hill used to work. My first time working with Pearson, I completely lost. I'm going to need to ask Liz about that.
Yeah, as far as when a student goes to McGraw-Hill, Connect, or whatever, and do an assignment.
That's okay. Yeah, I'll ask
I don't
Liz
know.
how this is
Yeah,
working.
since McGraw-Hill is a third-party software, I don't know if it's going to automatically send that grade over to Blackboard.
Well, that's what McGraw-Hill
They used to do that?
Yes.
Okay. So when
Whenever
a student,
you create an assignment,
it automatically loads the grade in Blackboard
it
Grade
goes to
Center.
Blackboard.
Okay.
And maybe you're going to need to go and change the category. I don't know if they have this. Because I don't know if there is this connection. You know, it's going to load exactly in the same category. So I'm going to need to ask Liz about
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
okay. I'll
Okay.
ask her and make sure that I know. Because this is one of my concerns too. It's going to load into, I don't know how it's going to work here. It's probably going to send straight to Blackboard.
Okay.
They're connected, but
Yeah.
it's going to be on the right category.
Yeah. And also we have our, if you want to stop by when we leave, she probably not in the office, but Jennifer United, she's our assistant Blackboard administrator, and she can give you an answer about that as well, you know, if she's in the office. But yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Lisa is already
Okay.
working with Pearson.
Awesome.
Semester,
That's good.
so
That's good.
She knows
Okay. That's great.
like the whole.
So that just counts out of that. And let's see here. One more thing to show you. Let's see. All right, so within your grade center, not even the grade center, within Blackboard, with Ally, as far as I'll show you about the scores it gives you with any kind of content you load to your Blackboard course shell, there's a way you can check to see if, like, your content is, you know, how you do a course copy. You can tell how many times you do a course copy of that same course. You can step into it every time to see how far back this course has been copied. And I'm going to show you that. If I go to Files and then click on the link for the course,
Okay.
it's going to take me to this page. And this is the course files section. It will tell you about the course files, the managing side of the organizing side of the house of that. And right here, it gives you the file type, the name, and the size of the file, and if it is, and the accessibility factor of it, and the permissions part of it. So right here, this is the Spring 2019 course, and if I click and it has imported content, meaning that course has been course copied.
Okay.
And that's the edited is when it took place, December 13th. If I click this, and here it is again, Spring 2019. That's the date it was copied over. If I keep clicking, Fall 2018. It's stepping into every time you course copy. So I went for Spring 2019 to Fall 2018. If I keep clicking, I'm digging in it. Fall 2017. See, this is how many times the course been copied. If I keep clicking, It's going to give me spring 2016. So it tell you how far you've been copying this course, 2015. So this is how much time this course has been copied in a 3-year span. So 15, 16, it's been copied like over the last 3 years as far as course copying.
Is it going to be showing also if I'm copying from another instructor? Is also going to be showing like the, or just if I'm copying from myself? Because
well,
sometimes we are added to another courses.
Yeah.
So we copy content from other instructors.
It would just show the file that you course copy, the name of the course. Yeah, yeah. So that's that.
That's great.
And
Didn't know that.
yeah, and also I'm gonna go back to the beginning. And also, if you, all right, it tells you if the file is accessible or not, so you can look here. It's a quick way to check your content by going to files, click on the link, and see. Yep, exactly. Like this one right here. This one is a PDF, and if I click on the accessibility score, it's going to tell me what's the problem. You got 40. She has 44%, and it tells you this PDF contains images that are missing a description. What that is saying is closed caption text. Every piece of every content that's an image needs to have text, meaning alternative text, and that's for screen readers. If someone is legally blind or blind, the screen reader will read to them the audio of what this text is about. So that's what that's saying. You need to have closed caption text on that piece of document.
Okay.
Yeah, and it tells you right here what does it mean. Click on it. An image description, sometimes referred to as alternative description or alt text. So it tells you what the issue is, and it will tell you how to fix it. So if I click the right arrow, it tell you more information why I use description. It tells you. See visual impairments. So that's, and then how to add description. It will tell you that too. Step 1: find the original document. Can you get hold of an original editable version of this file? So with PDFs, you need to have closed caption text. I know Adobe Acrobat Pro is a good software to use as far as if you want to make your PDF files accessible and also your Word document files. So mainly your PDF files. So yeah. So that's that. And let's close out of this. So now, what we're going to do now, I'm going to walk over here. So
Okay.
let you practice one time. So if you go to your Gradebook Center, and click on the weighted total drop-down arrow, go to edit column, scroll down. All right, and you can delete that one. That's a column. All right, so you'll have assignments. Matter of fact, choose that dynamic when you create it. Do that one first. All right, so if you want to pull up your syllabus here.
Sure, yeah, my syllabus is here, so it's for 5%.
All right, so type in 5.
There we go.
And then it's going to be equally
I
weighted.
think we have 3. Oh,
You want the lowest grade? Okay.
equally
Yep, equally. All
weighted.
right.
Let me just make sure that this is always yeah, 3 lowest grades. Okay. Okay.
All right, and then if you click submit,
Then because it's just at 5%, it's
Yeah.
going to give me that.
yeah, we need
And I can
5%.
go okay, right? Just to
So
check.
basically, you're building your total weighted to 100. So you're adding categories like you building blocks. So you're building till you can reach 100% with your categories.
Great. So let me create another one just to make sure
Okay.
I remember how to.
All right.
Okay, so categories. It's pretty simple. Create category. So let's do homeworks. There we go. to know like what the person wants.
Exactly.
Well, that's okay. So a question: whenever I get set up, because I have 2 bio 111, can I copy this setup to another course, or I need to set up the whole thing again?
For just
The grade center. The
course copy the grade center. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do a course copy. You can copy this course into another course. So yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can show you.
Okay.
So as far as the course copy, so.
Okay. No, I know how to do the course copy.
Okay.
But what about the grade center? Or is it the same process? Or you
I
need
think
to copy the
it's
whole thing?
the same.
Sorry.
It's the same process. Cause you're gonna
I
copy
look
that.
like a bad student.
No, you're fine. It's the same process. Cause you're gonna copy the course, but you can select what you want to copy over.
Oh, okay. Can you show me that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I go.
I think I'm a terrible student, you know.
No.
I keep interrupting them.
No, you're perfectly fine. So if I go course copy, let's see. Course 2. Maybe not. Let's see here. Is customization. All right, so we'll go to course copy, and we're going to copy material to existing course, and here, and that's why I did. Let's see. Let's scroll down. So this is a copy of, so let's see. All right, boom, there you go. Grade, center, column, and settings. So if that's the only thing you want to copy over, you select that. And just copy that over. So whatever you want to copy over to your other course, you select what you want to copy over.
Okay.
And then copy it over into that course.
Wonderful.
So that's basically how you do it, because you can copy over columns and settings. Yep. If you have any other issues, just give us a call and let us know.
Okay, thank you
Well,
so
you're quite
much,
welcome.
Barry, for taking the time. I need to give this back to Katie for her to take a look and check everything.
Okay.
And I was and I'm already lost with that Pearson thing. Oh, at the beginning of the semester, right?
Oh, you're doing great. You'll get back into swing of things.
Yeah.
Let's see, one last thing I want to show you. Which assignment did you create? It was the, I'm going to find it in the grade center. Which one was it? What assignment?
Oh, the dynamic style.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but there's none in here because it's on Pearson.
Oh, it's on Pearson. Oh, okay, I got you.
And that's what I was, I'm confused and I need to ask Liz about that.
Yeah.
The due date is today. So
Okay.
I believe by tomorrow, that grade should be loaded here. That's what Pearson, that's what it says on the
Okay.
Pearson page.
Okay.
That the grades are going to be loaded whenever it's done.
Okay.
So I believe it's going to show up here, and then I just need to select the
Yeah.
That's what most instructors, I think, they do. They
Okay.
at the beginning of the semester, they assign all the assignments, like with like dates to be open and stuff, and
Okay.
then they can just set up the grade center and everything online.
Well, I think y'all said, if you have any issues, just give us a call, drop by, let us
Sounds
know.
good.
But yeah, so.
Okay, thank you so much, Barry.
You're quite welcome.
Yeah, that was great.
I'm glad you got something out of it.
Oh no, it was wonderful. I mean, I believe in teaching, you know.
Yeah.
So if you need to learn something, go to the teacher. Go to the ones that know.
Yeah.
They're gonna help you much easier than you knocking your head.
But yeah, I try to coach and train and make it, as simple as possible.
Oh, yeah,
and
no,
not
it's
get too technical with language. So I try
it's
to, I want to
Yeah.
make that transition as smooth as possible
Yeah,
as far as
that's-
reaching the students or
that's
reaching the
great.
faculty. So yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Well,